Hey, good afternoon, my dear beloved brothers. Hey, this is Matthew, Mr. Hope Richerzhagen with Phenomenal Marriage. Just a thought for the day on what being a leader really looks like. Being a leader, being the head of your house, is not about position and about power and about you relaxing on the couch while your wife and kids do all the work. No. And I want to tell you a story that I heard that just really powerfully describes, because a lot of times we say, yeah, we kind of nod our head, but when we put meat on the story and we talk about a specific example, we're like, oh, and this isn't about feeling bad. This is about more. This is about better. This is about stepping up to be the man that God has called you to be, to lead, love, and lift your wife. So the story goes about this man. He's the CEO of the car dealership, and he's driving along and it's raining, and he pulls over, plops out his umbrella, and he walks out on the grass and he grabs a piece of litter, and he walks back to the car and he climbs in and he folds up the umbrella and he drives away. And the question is, does he do that because he's the CEO, because it's his company, or is it his company? Is he the CEO because he cares about every little detail? And my submission to you, my dear beloved brothers, is that being willing to take responsibility for the whole ship, because really we're the captain of the ship, of our home, of our family. God has given you that responsibility. And when we're willing to step up and take the heat and be in that position, authority always goes with responsibility. Responsibility always goes with authority. When we're willing to do that, then we get to experience the blessing. That guy didn't start as a CEO. Oh no. He started by being the best at every position along the way, and he kept getting promoted. And he kept getting promoted. And I just want to encourage you, my dear beloved brothers, that your mission is to lead your family successfully in the fear of the Lord, to take care of your wife, to provide for her, to protect her, to honor her, to cherish her in such a way, to live in such a way that she wants to love and serve you, to win her heart, to lead your children, to be honest and fair and selfless, to put other people's needs first. I just want to tell you a story about my dad, my Papa Bear. When I was a kid, so I was probably, I don't know, maybe I wasn't a kid, I was a young man, maybe I was 14 or 15 years old. And this identifies my relationship with my dad. And I wanted to be a man like this. And this is how I turned out. We went backpacking, my dad and I, which we often did. And we were backpacking in the Wallowa-Whitman National Forest. We were hiking around Eagle Cap, there by Wallowa Lake in Oregon. And we're hiking along, and my boots were too loose. And I said to my dad, oh, my boots are too loose. And so we stopped. He opened up his pack. He took out these socks, and he gave them to me. And I put his socks on, and I'm walking along, and I'm like, man, this is great. I'm having a great trip. And we get a little bit further on in the trip, and my dad pulls over, and he takes his boots off, and his socks are his toes are kind of hot. I don't know if you've noticed when you hike, if your socks don't fit right, you get hot spots that lead to blisters. And I said to my dad, well, Dad, why don't you put another pair of socks on? And he never said anything about giving his spare pair to me. And I said to him, Dad, that's not like you. You've never done that before. And when I was finished saying that, I felt about that small. My dad gave me his socks, and he got blisters so I wouldn't. You know what, my dear beloved brothers? That won my heart. I said in my heart, I want to be like this man. I want to be like him. I want to lead, love, and lift. I want to serve. I want to protect. I want to provide for people. Because that's in our heart as men. God's called us. He's calling us out to get off the couch, to get in the game, to love and lead and serve. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like to be a leader. to be a tender warrior, to care about other people, and to be strong. And it doesn't mean you can't have your needs. It's perfectly fine. God created you the way you are, and you have needs, and it's okay to ask for them without demand. It's okay to ask for them. I'm just encouraging you to be the man of God that loves other people, that puts other people first. It says, love your neighbor as yourself. And in Ephesians 5, it says this, he that loveth his wife loveth himself. Honor her and cherish her as the weaker vessel. That doesn't mean she has less value. It means she's precious. I asked my wife, babe, what does that mean? She said, it's like fine china. I love that word picture. Women are so valuable. In the world, if something's not as strong as you, it's less valuable and you drive over it. But Jesus taught us an upside down kingdom. His kingdom is completely reversed. We're supposed to nourish them. Guys, you're supposed to nourish and cherish your wife. Yes, she doesn't have the physical strength you do. That makes her more precious. It makes her more valuable, just like fine china. And you know what? When you treat like, when you treat her like fine china, Zig Ziglar used to say this, if you treat her like a thoroughbred, you won't end up with an old nag. And that is my thought for the day. Guys, God has called you. He's empowered you. He's equipped you. I'm trying to encourage you to man up, to step up, to lead, love, and lift your wives, to lead your family selflessly, doing the right thing regardless of the cost. You will be blessed. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. God bless.